What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gung-Fu Super Bros podcast, the number one podcast for Kung Fu martial arts movies and pop culture. Hey, Stevens, what episode is this?
You think by episode 97 you would have your shit together.
There it is. The year of my graduation. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, Abarca, say hi.
Hey, mahalo, folks.
Enrique.
Hello.
Super producer Stevens.
Hello.
And remember, my name is Ivan. Hey, Enrique, where can they drop us a line, get a hold of us?
They can get a hold of us. Friendly reminder to everybody out there, our weekly friendly reminder to go check out our links or check out our link tree.
Did you just say the link tree and you throw it on the screen? That's it.
Where you can find, it's too easy.
So here's the story.
Yeah. Gotta say stuff.
Our links to our podcast, our social media, and our voicemail number. linktr.ee/Gung-Fu Super Bros.
Is it there? Where's it at?
Probably not.
Where is it? Is it
probably
over
not.
there? Is it on Steven's face?
I almost, if you hadn't sent a text with the that you had uploaded the audio, I would have completely forgot last weekend.
With the save is what I'm hearing. With the save. That's awesome. Abarca, it finally drizzoped. Week 1, episode 1 of season Trace. You watched it like fucking, you woke up and watched it that morning. And you probably rewatched it later that morning. So
maybe I've watched it enough times, like enough times where I could have watched another series with Pedro Pascal. But who cares?
All right. So what did you think of episode 1 of season 3?
Oh my God, it is so corny and awesome. I love it. It is fun. Why am my voice coming out in somebody else's headphones?
What are you guys even talking about?
Well, number one, I'm talking about my voice bouncing back into my headphones, but we're talking about the greatest show ever, The Mandalorian season 3.
Trace. So you think they purposely went corny and like you said, like, is it because it got kind of heavy towards the end of season 2, right?
Yes, but it's also the beginning of the season. So it's like, hey, some time has passed. Jon Favreau said like 2 years he was training with Luke Skywalker. I don't know if he was just thinking about something else or he misspoke, but it didn't seem that way. But
so there's a possibility episode 1 of season 3 is literally 2 years.
Well, time has passed because we do see the original city of Navarro or the planet Navarro, and Apollo Creed is now head chief magistrate or whatever he calls himself, and the town keeps getting better every time you see it. We got to see Grogu, and if you didn't watch Book of Boba Fett, people were like, "Wait, what happened? I thought he gave him to Luke Skywalker." Well, guess what? He didn't. He came back because you know what? If you love someone, you set them free, and guess what? If they come back, yours forever.
Okay, cool. But so, like you said, it's more of such a like the reboot or anything. It's just kind of like, let's start the season off, kind of get it going. Where do you think it's going? What is the big bad or what's the big...
The MacGuffin is that he, because he took his helmet off, he has to go to planet Mandalore, which we saw exploded by the Terminator-like robots, the droids. And so it's believed that it's poison, like you can't, it's uninhabitable, but allegedly underneath some mountain is the soothing waters of Lake Minnetonka, and he has to bathe himself in there to get accepted back to the Mandalorians. But interesting, we get to see Bo-Katan, and we get to see the armorer. And she's making armor for a kid. So like it starts off with a Mandalorian baptism that gets interrupted by
Was there a banda there? At any point in time?
No, there was no banda. And so we see that and juxtaposed later on in the show with Bo-Katan, who would have been the rightful heir to Mandalore, but through her fault, ended up losing the Darksaber, losing her people, losing her planet, and we see her alone in this castle. Like all her people took off because she didn't get the sword. And so she's like, you know what? My people follow the Mandalore. And you're like, wait, but isn't the Mandalore the person that wields the sword? And they're like, yeah. And so so what's going to happen is that Din Djarin is going to unite both this is the Way cult and the Mandalore and all the rest of the Mandalorians to fight something. Who knows? That we don't know.
And you said that they also did not a good job, but they also wrote off our ex-MMA fighter off the show kind of thing.
Yes.
Right?
Cara Dune, Apollo Creed's like, hey, I need a marshal. And he's like, don't you have your own marshal? And he's like, no. After you did this last season, she went to go work for the Republic and she's an undercover agent. So maybe, and you're like, wait, what does that mean? That she's going to have a different face because she's undercover?
It'll be like the big reveal. Okay, that makes sense. That's crazy because she did what she did. I mean, not that it was right or anything like that, but the Flash is still getting a movie.
That's the shitty part. Well, you know what? Here's the thing: the Flash works for Warner Brothers, and they're like, money.
So what happened?
What was it exactly about? Because I don't remember exactly.
Stevens, you may want to back this up so you can fact check me. I believe she was reposting anti-Semitic or just
wasn't it like deniers of the Holocaust?
It's a Holocaust denier things. And so like this guy who does that makes a joke. So immediately they're like, oh, you posted a thing. So that means that's a 100% endorsement by you. And she's like, dude, maybe, but I'm not trying to do I'm just doing my thing. It's just me reposting stuff. And they said, nope, Disney. Well, here's the thing. She posted several things over a couple of months, and Disney's like, dude, you know what? You need to kind of calm it down because we want to give you a new series. And she was like, hey, you know what? You don't put baby in a corner. And they're like, yeah, again, your own. You never have to work ever because you're in a Star Wars show. Hey, no. And so she stuck to her guns. Like I don't admire or dislike her for either things, but there's something to say if you stick by your guns, whether it's wrong or right.
She made her decision.
She made a decision, and you know what? She
was badass too, man. She like looked cool. Yeah. Like she's just big and like strong. Like she looked like a badass, which is a shame, man. But is that about right, Stevens? Kind of like just
and her name, Stevens?
Gina Carano.
Ex-MMA fighter.
Yeah, she. That's pretty much what happened. She, Disney's statement says her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. So that's kind of what they're saying. But she posted, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. And then she went on to say, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? In response to like her Trump stuff and all that.
She really stretched that. She reached.
It's a reach. You're like, yes, and guess what? Now they're banning books and targeting very specific people for being queer and different. Whether you like them or not, guys, they exist.
You know what's wild? I remember her coming up through the MMA scene and Strikeforce. I think they were Strikeforce back then. They're now Bellator. Strikeforce was really trying to build her up, man. And like she was like just destroying everybody she fought. But there was this monster in the back, similar to the style, and her name was oh my god, I forgot her name. It wasn't
Cyborg
Santos. And I remember, dude, the time they fought, Cyborg beat the brakes off of her, bro. It was bad. Everybody's like, stop the fight. Like, you're going to kill this poor girl, man. I mean, Cyborg destroyed her. They tried to keep them apart as long as they could, man. But they finally put him in the ring, and it was bad. And I think she never fought again. Like she literally again stuck to her guns. She's like, "This is stupid. Like fuck that noise, dude.
I'm mad.
Look at this. This motherfucker. Like my one of my favorite pictures ever. If you can see it online, is Frankie Edgar weighs 145. He used to fight at 145, MMA fighter for UFC, and Cyborg fought at 145 for women. Or they wanted to make her try to come down to 135, and they show a picture of Cyborg next to Frankie Edgar, and you're like, dude, how can you? This woman cannot make 135 because that was the thing. They never put her up against Ronda Rousey because Ronda Rousey's like, why don't you fight me at 135? And Cyborg's like, dude, I can't. And they did like ESPN before they kind of had UFC did it behind the like her making 140, I think. Dude, it was sad. Like they have her wrapped up in towels and she's crying and like they're trying to make her weight. Like I'm like, fuck, dude. They want this girl to go to, and that was 140, I think. They wanted her to go to 135. I'm like, that's insane, man. Like, yeah. But yeah, she beat the brakes off. It was bad.
I wish we could have gotten to see Cyborg and Ronda Rousey. Pa que se calle la Rousey.
Rob, I think we did see it, not exactly, but we got to see it as later, right? When she fought La Leonesa, when she fought all these other people, and they started just beating the brakes off of her, man. I mean, she went to WWE for a reason, but to her thing though, she's probably making more money now.
You don't know why she's trash,
dude. Hey, but she put like she's a star, right?
Hey, I don't appreciate you. She's not even finding the camera. She's like the hard camera. Where, hey, you.
You know who looked good in the ring at the Royal Rumble though? Which part? Logan Paul. Dude, he looked good. The kid's athletic as shit, bro. Like, he could probably be a decent wrestler. Like, he would look good. They did this move where him and Ricochet jumped off the top ropes and hit each other in the center of the ring.
The Matrix.
That's yeah. It literally was there. You go, good call. It was a freaking Matrix. It looked badass. Like, I was like, all right, cabrón. Like, you know, and of course, like he did one time, he did a splash, but he like YouTubed himself doing it, and then like some shit. Like he's smart. Like it's fucking smart. Like it'll be if he does do it more, he'll probably be actually pretty halfway decent or whatever. And I guess Shawn Michaels is training him. Which I'm like, that's pretty good, man.
Whatever. When he steals his switch in music and he's like, I invented that.
No, when Shawn Michaels hits him through a window. Like Marty Jannetty, that's what it's gonna be the shit right there. No. But yeah, you know, it's and on another note, his brother lost his first boxing match this weekend, guys. And because not that I bootleg cable or anything like that, I got to see that shit, and I was like, "Yay, boxing!" It made me feel good. But then I looked into the record of the other guy. That motherfucker is almost as much of a media star as Jake Paul is. He's not a real boxer.
He was in Love Island.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Enrique. He was on your, so he's more of a reality star than even a boxer, right?
Well, when he was in Love Island, he was a boxer, but he wasn't
a boxer.
And he's what's his name, like nephew or something.
No, he's his brother.
Tyson Fury.
He's his half brother.
Half brother?
Yeah, half brother. Yeah.
And he would talk about it on the show. I watched that season whenever
my brother says
he was on it.
Yeah, that's how you would talk.
Can I get the panties?
One thing about Tommy Fury, team hot body all day long.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Built.
He looks
fucking action figure.
He looks better now though. When he was on the show, he was a lot skinnier. He wasn't as.
Stevens, put up a picture. Tommy Fury.
Yeah, he's a good looking kid. But yeah, so I wondered what because usually when kids get on that show, when people get on that show, they just become social media influencers. You know, they make their money just off of that. So I wondered if he was going to stick with boxing. Apparently, he has. It seems like he's gotten better since then. So
he did, and honestly, he beat Jake Paul with the jab.
Yeah,
like, you know, he just learned a great punch, and he was able to get out of the way of things. But like, if Jake Paul got in the ring with the guy that was his size, that was a top 10 contender, that kid would destroy him. That's what this showed me. But that being said, too, if you see Jake Paul's earlier fights to now, the kid looks a lot better too.
He's gotten better.
You got millions of dollars to train. I mean,
yeah.
And allegedly, Jake Paul has like one of these great teams. Like he's got real trainers helping him out. You know, he's getting better or whatever it is. But I heard they said there that Tommy Fury might stay celebrity boxing though.
Foxy boxing?
Boxy boy. Isn't that the one where like two women put on gloves? But like, because they even said, dude, he'll make more money that way. If he fights a KSIs and all these fools, he'll make 10 million a fight. Where he's really, if he fought like a nobody, he'd probably not a nobody, but a guy coming up, he'd probably make like 50,000, 100,000.
Bro, I heard he's fighting. Yeah. He's fighting that Ryan from Ryan's Toys next.
He's fighting the dad. They're not even the dad, the little kid.
The little kid.
What do you think, Stevens? Good looking kid.
Yeah, he was born in 99. That's a little scary.
So we're not worrying about that. Steven's worried about, hey, what is he?
I can't help but worry about that now. That's crazy.
He's 23, right?
He's 23.
Is he legal? That's all you got to worry about.
Is he?
Oh, Enrique.
Yeah, he's a good looking. He's a good looking
use these
kid.
words at it somewhere.
Oh, we're fucked.
Wow, we're done, Enrique. Thanks.
But no, he honestly handsome dude. Action figure.
He is pretty handsome. His new daughter's name is Bambi, though.
Yeah, she had it on his like trunks or whatever, like coming out his suit.
So the girl he's with, the mom of the baby, they met at Love Island, so they found love.
Turns out Love Island is real.
Okay, so in my countless hours of preparation for the show, as you can tell,
I hear.
You hear what
now? To go off of the boxing, I hear a certain old boxer wants to be in Creed 4. And that boxer, Oscar de la Hoya.
Oh, Jesus Christ. In what? In fishnet?
Wow. Hey, whoa.
Easy.
Whoa. This is it?
Easy.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey. I'm not here to judge anybody on that.
I'm always going to have a special little place of hate in my heart for that man because he beat up my idol. But that man knows more about boxing. What if he'll forget more about boxing than I'll ever know? But really, as a fighter?
I think he wants to he wants to come in and be Rocky.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, Rocky was his mentor, right? And he's like, hey, and then he's like, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to fight the next guy.
Wait.
He doesn't talk like that, bro. He's not from Mexico, bro.
He still has that twang, the East Los twang.
Hey! Right now though, you put De La Hoya and Chavez in a ring full. I think Chavez Senior whoops his ass. Chavez Senior is in great shape, bro, and he does everything with the cigarette in his mouth. he's like one of them both schools because he goes, I gave up all my vices. I had to keep one though. And he goes, I kept smoking. He goes, I'm sorry, I gave up drugs, I gave up alcohol. And dude, he's like Shred City, bro. Like,
didn't De La Hoya recently get shredded too? 6-pack and all?
I heard he was trying to come back, like legit come back fighting. And he does seem growing up watching sports, they're all those guys that just can't let it go. Like, or it's like after in some way, shape, or form, and it just seemed, not the joke I made, but dude, I mean, that was a picture out there, right? And his excuse was like, I was on cocaine, allegedly. I think that was his excuse for the picture, right?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, bro.
It's a hell of a drug.
Wow,
is it legal?
You can't live that down. That's all you gotta worry
about, right? Is it legal?
No, it's not. It's not even barely legal.
Isn't it legal in Oregon?
Cocaine?
I don't know if cocaine, but didn't Oregon recently? Stevens, will you do us a favor and look it up? Oregon recently legalized a bunch of drugs. I don't know if cocaine's on the list. Oregon's weird, bro. There's some weirdos up there. I'm staying away.
I told you that. I told you that when I went and visited. Is it shit on Oregon? Have we shitted on Oregon on this podcast yet?
I don't think on the podcast. I don't think.
Barca, do we get numbers in Oregon?
We get more numbers in Indonesia than Oregon.
Fuck Oregon then. Here we go.
Did you find anything, Steven?
Yes.
Yep. So in November 2020, Oregon voters passed Measure 110, which decriminalized the possession for personal use of small amounts, which I don't know how much that amount is, of all drugs, including cocaine, heroin, LSD, methamphetamine, and oxycodone.
Get you some of that.
Fuck yeah. I'll fucking fight in Del Hoya in Oregon. No, bro.
All right, I'm ready for you.
I still don't know why he talks like that. So can I take a little bit of cocaine with a little bit of heroin with a little bit of methamphetamine?
Yeah.
I believe so.
You can
They're all
in
different
Portland, you
substances.
Wait, so is the measurement a little bit?
Well, that's what it says in the description that I read.
It's a
Like
little
I can get
spoon.
more specific. Let me see. Like
I'll get a big ass jug, and on the very top, I'm gonna do a line and put a little bit.
A little bit, and then you're good to go.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, this is not necessarily a bad thing because it's stopping people from going to jail for using cocaine. You want people in jail who are selling it, who are making stuff, who are right, like pushing it out to kids.
I just
and
want
whatever.
law and order. That's all I want.
But like, if you're just an adult that gets busted, you're speeding or whatever, and you get out of the, you have a little bit on you, you're going to jail for the coke.
Get it?
Like,
Is
that's what I'm saying. So
Does
I don't think
Steven
it's necessarily bad.
Steven's like the cocaine on the weekend? Or what's going on?
I don't do
Whoa,
any
hey.
drugs, but look at like I get it. Like they shouldn't be jailed.
She has an Oregon flannel look. Yeah.
Rush for the yayo.
Steven, show us your goddamn longitude and latitude. I think you're in
I'm in the same room I'm always in Oregen.
That's
She
green.
runs up there.
That's green
She's on
screen.
runs up there. She's like, fuck it, I'm going. And she runs back.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's wild. I've heard a lot of wild shit about Oregon recently with laws and craziness going on, but my personal experiences of Oregon is that it was very douchey. It was very like, nah, man, we don't do none of that here. No. But it's almost like they do it more because they say they don't. Like it was very awkward. I was kind of like, I feel like you're more racist for saying you're not racist. Like, I was like, nah, I asked where this was at. I didn't even ask you if you were racist or not.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know where the nearest this was at. Like, where the fuck is Voodoo Donuts at, dog? That's all I wanted to know. Like, it was weird.
Let me clarify because I'm reading more about it.
This is all I need to know for a friend.
Well, because I'm reading, I was looking for your dosage, so I clicked on something to read more about it. But basically, it makes the possession of the small amounts punishable by a civil citation. So it's not jail, right? You're not being arrested, anything like that. It's like a parking ticket, which is $100. So if you have it on you, you're fined $100. But you're not going to jail. You're not arrested for it or whatever. And then the fee can get waived if a health screening from a recovery hotline shows that you're using for a reason.
Hey, man.
It shows it what, Stevens?
That you don't have it in your system, bro. But it's the same doctors you could find at Venice Beach 10 years ago.
If it's been like, if you're taking it for specific reasons.
If I'm taking crack cocaine.
The fine can get waived.
Cocaine for
just saying. Maybe
my
people need it for
rheumatism.
energy.
Officer, my specific reason is because I want to have a good time. That's why I'm taking this cocaine.
I think you can tell him that. He'll probably give you the civil citation. And then you're going to have to deal with the court to get it waived.
I'm going to die this fucking dog. Here you go. It's like, give me a bump.
The cop's going to ask for a bump.
A bump, baby. That's all you gotta ask for, a bump. That's why. But no, look, I have not seen Creed 3 yet. It's dropping at the time of this recording. It's dropping tomorrow. But what I've heard that it does a good job of is finally kind of like this is his, right? Because he had Rocky in the other two. There was like that whole thing, and this one is his.
Well, now he has Golden Boy promotions.
That's what I mean. It would suck to then to go back to having something.
Well, I don't know. I know he just wants to be involved in it. It's very early, and it might have been just him in Oregon asking for stuff. Hey, you know what'd be cool? If I was in this movie, I'm a boxer. He's a boxer. Kang's a boxer. Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. I'm excited about watching that movie. I'm excited about checking it out for sure.
When are you watching it?
I don't know. I might check it out this weekend if I have some time. Yeah, for sure, man. I think I want to check that out. But okay, as again, numerous hours of doing research for this podcast, came upon a list of the 137 greatest martial arts movies of all time by throughtheclutter.com. This list has American, Chinese, Hong Kong, Japan. So it is martial arts movies.
Okay.
I am interested. I'm not saying I agree with this list, so in any way, shape, form, but I'm interested if you guys can crack anything in the top 10.
Got this.
All right, Barca. Top 10, your first choice. Go.
The 36 chamber.
Aren't not in the top 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of these lists.
You're right, Stevens. Choice number 1, top 10. What do you got?
I don't know what Through the Clutter is, but I'm going to go Bruce Lee just because.
There is no Bruce Lee movie in the top 10. This list is
Not
shit.
Enter the Dragon?
It's not the list that matters.
This is not the list that matters. Good call, Barca.
Wow.
Enrique, you might be able to nail this. Top 10.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Number 10. Enrique kills
I win. What do I win?
Number 10.
A trip to Oregon.
A trip to Oregon for some bucks.
I get to do drugs for the first time legally.
Legally. There you go. I think, okay, Barca, that's 10. You think you can get something else in here? Don't think anything you would think.
Okay.
That makes
Nothing I would
sense.
think. Does it? Okay, here. Is it old stuff or newer stuff?
Both.
Okay. Invincible Dragon. Lady Blood Fight.
Neither one of those is in this damn thing. American Ninja is number 6, though. I'm joking.
Oh, my Lord.
It's not. Stevens, you got another guess?
How about like Lone Wolf and Cub movies?
Oh, I don't know. It might.
Shogun Assassin?
No.
Baby Cart on the River Styx?
No. So maybe not.
Bloodsport.
No. Okay, so this is their little tag. This ranking is based on an algorithm that combines various factors, including the votes of our users and search trends on the internet. Number 1.
Search trends on the internet? Really?
On the internet. Yes.
Wait, when did they make this list? Because we've upped some old movies numbers recently.
It doesn't have a date on it. That's a great question. But number 10 was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Number 9, I'm going to say this wrong, Ubaki Sanjuro, 1962.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a good one?
Sanjuro, yes.
Okay.
It's Japanese.
Yes. A lot of Japanese in this list. I
Oh,
noticed.
okay. Fine.
Yeah. Kill Bill Volume 2, number 8.
What?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Like,
Is Kill Bill 1 in there?
number 7, Yojimbo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Number 6, Warrior, the MMA one.
The one that you guys said wasn't good, but I thought that's what the show was.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the movie is good though. I like that movie.
Oh.
No, I do like it. I don't think it should be the 6th best martial art movie of all time, but I do like that movie. Number 5, Kill Bill Volume 1.
No, that one, yes.
Number 4, Samurai Rebellion.
That one I don't know.
1967.
I do not know.
Yeah, so that one looks pretty cool. Number 3, Old Boy.
What?
The OG one. Would that be considered martial arts? No.
I think it's more revengey.
More disturbing than anything.
Enrique, you took a fucking breath, bro. You're like, oh.
I heard this movie.
It took me back to, I didn't watch the original, but I watched the remake and wow.
And you haven't watched the original yet, Enrique?
No. It's hard to find.
Fucking Barca made me watch it. You should have to watch it too.
I watched the other one. Do I need to watch the original?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to go through that again.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you on that too, but just do a few bumps in Oregon. You'll be fine. Number 2, Harakiri. 1962. And their number 1, 7 Samurai. 1954.
I thought that, but
that is considered, a lot of people consider that one of the greatest movies of all time, period, right? Like, that's where Magnificent Seven comes from and so forth and so on.
yes.
Do we need to watch that for the show? Not necessarily next. I'm saying, do we need to watch that at some point?
Be cool.
It's like an epic, right?
It's Akira Kurosawa, Toshiro Mifune. It's basically, it is a Magnificent Seven or A Bug's Life or any of these movies where a town is under peril and they hire someone to come in and help. Sanjuro on that, or no, Yojimbo became one of the Clint Eastwood movies with the man. With,
really?
The man with no name. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so this list is kind of crazy. 13, Lone Wolf and Cub, Baby Clark.
Oh, okay.
Number 14, The Raid 2, and The Raid 1 is not before it.
The fuck out of here.
Do we need to rewatch that?
The Raid 2?
Not for the show, but do we need to give that another chance? Because maybe
you had too much at the same time.
You know what? Just like
a lot of people seem to like it.
Just like personal salvation, that's something personal for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Number 16, The Last Samurai with Tom Hanks.
Find me a script.
I bet you there's going to be a movie with Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks. You know what it's going to be called?
Oh, Paul Mooney.
First movie that we would probably like rank in the top 10, 36 Chamber of Shaolin, 19. Kung Fu Hustle, 20. First Bruce Lee movie, Enter the Dragon, 22.
At 22?
Only 1 point ahead of The Warriors at 23.
The Warriors, the kid movie?
The Warriors? Or is it just fight movies?
I think it's more fight movies, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's what's being searched too, right? You said?
Dude, there's a lot of Lone Wolf. How many Lone Wolf Cub movies are there, Abarca?
6, 7.
Dude, Lady Snowblood.
Oh, that's cool.
We need to do that. 1973, Lady Snowblood, 29 here. Raid Redemption was 30, the first one. There's no way it's way that much better. We can rewatch it or whatever. There's no way it's that much better than the first one.
I'm just saying because when I watched Anchorman for the very first time, I didn't like it. Thought it was shit. Obviously, I was wrong.
Number 40, Black Dynamite. Dude, it has the Undisputed ones with our boy too. But it's Undisputed 3 is the first one it has. I do want to see.
There's no Jackie Chan or there's no Donnie Yen.
No. Yes. We passed some Jackie Chan stuff already. Yeah, I think the first one is.
They're like Rush Hour.
No. It has the Hong Kong name. Oh, Drunken Master. The first one is Drunken Master. At 24. Drunken Master at 24. Has Fearless. It has the hits. They're just way down there compared to some of these.
What number is Fearless? Our
Fearless
number 1
is our number 1. Yeah, Fearless is 20. Sorry, Drunken Master 25. Fearless 24.
Wow. What's 23? Because 22 was Enter the Dragon.
The Warriors.
Come on.
That's right. What?
There's no fucking way.
Guys, please. It's one of the greatest lines in movie cinema history of all time. But yeah, House of Flying Daggers. It has stuff in here, but they just kind of take a while to get going.
Huh.
Master of the Flying Guillotine. We've talked about that one too. The diagram pole fighter. It has some of the cool old ones. The Karate Kid, 47.
Ooh. Like a knight in shining armor from a long
Big
time
Trouble
ago.
in China, 48.
I feel invincible, man.
Red Cliff.
That's bullshit.
That's that shit movie by Matt Damon.
No, Red Cliff is I don't think Matt Damon's in it. Red Cliff is John Woo's epic.
49.
Get out of here.
In front of Fist of Fury and Once Upon a Time in China 2. That's crazy. But yeah, it's kind of a wacky list, guys. I was kind of when I was looking at the top 10, I was like, damn, Warrior at 6?
Wait. Where's Samurai Cop?
Oh, I don't know. It's not. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, good.
Well,
just making sure.
Because we're trying to watch Samurai Cop 2.
Piece of shit list.
So, what about for your height only?
Next week's movie? Did we get next week's movie? No. Okay. No. Stevens, can you put down Lady Snowblood?
I did.
Okay.
I did add it. Yeah.
That is one that
are we caught up in with Last of Us?
I am, bro.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Hold on.
I loved it. And I told Stevens that the next episode I already know where it's going for. I'm not ready for, but yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, they kind of went easy on us. Well, I mean, it was still sad, but well, no, I take that back.
Oh, fool! I think it was harder. I think it was harder in the end.
Yeah, I did.
I'm trying to read my wife's response to things, and when you see the clicker, you're like, "Fuck, dude!" Like, fuck, like all this other shit I'm seeing is there's no point.
Yeah,
it's like you're gonna get your happiness taken away. So why the fuck even get like happy about anything? And again, dude, like these actresses that they're getting and actors are just good, man. They're just fucking good, dude. But yeah, and there's only 2 episodes left. That's wild to me too. What'd you think, Steven?
I liked this episode also because it's giving me some backstory. Mm-hmm. But it's also another kind of love story, right? Like it's a young love story. And it was cool to see the awkwardness even in times of, whatever. It was cool to see how awkward teens can be and recognizing those feelings. But like as soon as they got into the mall, I was like, bro, you're not alone in there. Like there's no way they searched this whole place and got everything out of there. Like so like when and then they're powering it up and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. Like I thought there would be a little bit more than just the one, I guess, but like I knew there was some kind of doom involved, which I suppose was a good thing because it made me. I don't know what the right feeling is. Like, what's that? The emotion where I know it's going to end badly, but it's also adorable to watch these 2 girls have somewhat normal experiences, right? That they've never really experienced, but then also have this relationship and these feelings for each other. And I really liked it. I think they portrayed that well. So I liked the episode. I liked that this is all happening right while Joel's lying on the ground bleeding out, and he's like, you need to go, and she's like, I'm not gonna leave you, right? So that happens at the same time, and that was awesome.
And the part I was telling Stevens that I'm like, we didn't even get to see, but if she turns and she doesn't, then she probably had to do it, right?
Yeah, we don't get to see that. That's right. Does a game show you?
I can't remember because that was the extra chapter and I played it, but I didn't play it.
Oh, that was DLC, right?
Yeah, that was DLC.
Okay.
So their relationship was DLC. But like, then she probably had to do it, right?
I wonder if we're going to get any of that on the next one.
Maybe.
Or the beginning of it.
What'd you think of it, Enrique?
I loved it. I think that we get to see who Ellie, right? Ellie is her name? Who she really is. Up until this point, we've kind of just gone along the ride with her, not really getting any background of where she came from, where her parents are, where her family is, anything, where she's from. She just kind of gets thrown into the story. And this episode was the first time we get to see some of her background and actually get a feel for who she is. And it's just gonna... it was fun to see. It was fun to see that part of what we learned a lot from her. We learned a lot about her in this episode, I should say. So
she's a feisty young badass who loves bad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool too to see the whole like them going to school and like training to be an officer kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. That whole kind of thing, and like how school is different, because they have to kind of prepare for what they have to prepare for and all that. And then seeing like even the fact that like she was gonna be a big time officer, right? But her friend's becoming shit duty. And now it's kind of like, oh, you have to make this choice. And her friend made a choice, right? And so it's cool. But that's the thing too. Like I kind of thought the same stuff about the mall, but then when you hear that they posted her there, they should have done a better job of cleaning that place out, right? Like, but it was again, I just think about the fact that I'm like, damn, man, we didn't even get to see what she had to do, but she probably had to do it. Because again, I mean, they turn and it is what it is at that point, right?
Do we, without you spoiling any, well, I don't even know if I should ask. Do we know why Ellie is immune? Do we ever find out in the games?
I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. I don't think that is like explained. She is immune because kind of a thing. I don't think that ever gets really explored. But it's like anything else, right? Like with all real diseases and real like things, like there's always that like something in the makeup, right? Works, and then it kind of just goes from there or whatever.
Okay.
I remember doing research we used to do this article about the plague, and there was this like little town. It was weird in like the middle of Europe that like nobody in the town got it. And they found out later that they all had this one part of their chromosome that was blah, 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 blah. But like nobody, like everybody and their mother got the plague, but that little town was like, oh, like, we out here just spitting each other's mouths like it's cool. And it, like nobody got it or whatever. But
also like Texas and COVID.
Wow.
Heard that's where the best teachers are. They're in Florida.
Wow,
It's
buddy.
crazy.
Hey,
But yeah.
you know what? Something that upsets me about the series
What's
is
that?
that based on when this plague hit, they never got to see Shrek 2. And I don't know if they can live in a life. They can live a life where they've never seen Shrek 2.
Hopefully, as long as they saw Shrek 1 in Spanish, I think they'll be all right, bro. But Shrek 1 in Spanish is fire, bro. So, like, as long as they got to see that one in Spanish, I think they're good. So, Enrique and I, first off, Barky showed me something fun crazy today. But before that, we have to fight for all the money we have in our account, Stevens. You have to make a vote because Enrique and I are going to the home opener for LAFC, not tomorrow, sorry, Saturday, when we're recording this. And part of what they're going to do is have their ring ceremony. And they've already said that you can go online and purchase the ring. And I went to this website that makes these rings. We ain't going for shit, but we need to ask for a loan.
Pricing? They have pricing on there?
No, but they show the rings. It's so expensive. They don't have pricing there, fool. That's a bad part.
Is it like the Wu-Tang? Is it like the Wu-Tang thing? The Wu-Tang book?
It's not crazy like the Wu-Tang thing, but they're getting rings. And it was really interesting because they had they're doing these little video packages or whatever. And Chiellini, he's arguably one of the best center backs of his generation. He's 38.
Chiellini in a row.
38, right? 36, 38. He's up there. He looks like he's 47, but he's like, dude, I've won all these trophies and all these medals, but I've never won a ring before. That's an American thing. So he's like kind of excited about getting a ring, and I was like, oh, it is an American thing. That's kind of cool. So it's kind of cool, but at 2 p.m. I'm gonna be able to log on his website. So I might be sending you a request for money.
Are you asking all of us for a loan? Is that what's happening?
Well, we need 2 loans because Enrique and I both want a ring.
I think you just get one and you share it, alternate weeks.
Alternate weeks to get one?
Just saying.
I don't know.
And then let the wives take a turn.
everybody
kind of pitches in.
No, I don't know about all that.
Whoa, Stevens.
Okay, my bad.
Come on now. But John, what wackiness did you show me about today? What's the name of this website?
Which one of all? Oh, Regal Robot?
Yeah. Holy shit.
What?
Check it out, Enrique.
Regal Robot, for those of you that are waiting for Enrique to stop playing with his ball and just friggin' type in the address, is a
Regal like the movie theater?
Yes. Regal Robot is a high-end collector's website. They have the license to Star Wars, and so they go to the archive and they scan certain maquettes and things, or they commission things. So they've done work for Disney themselves to make some of the props that are found in Galaxy's Edge, and they actually have some of the props in the TV shows, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. So earlier this week, they released a small maquette of Grogu, and so it got scanned, and there's a little plaque, and it comes signed by the digital artist and the sculptor. So in 7 months, after my payments are done, I'm going to receive a nice little package.
That's awesome, man. So you did pick up the Grogu?
I did pick up the Grogu. However, if you folks would like to buy me my own life-size personal Wookiee with bowcaster, I need $19,999, but I'm assuming it's like another $1,000 for shipping.
Yeah, you're probably fucking right. Yeah. There's some pricey shit on there, Enrique, as you can probably see right now. That's some crazy shit.
The which one? The little.
I bought Grogu.
Okay.
And I also have Max Rebo, the maquette for Max Rebo from Return of the
got
Jedi.
it.
40th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
But if you keep scrolling down, you see that life-size Chewbacca. That shit's badass.
I see it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I see Halloween costumes for days in here.
But how much do you think that Chewbacca weighs? The life-size one. Does it got a thing on there, Enrique? Weight?
I'm looking.
So Enrique's on the website. You can go to RicoRobot.com. Tell Tom Spina that the Gung-Fu Super Bros are huge fans and we want some of their merch. You know what? I don't even need to keep the merch. We can just review it on the show and be like, oh, this is my friend Chewbacca the Wookiee.
Does it have a weight on there, Enrique?
Approximate product weight 20 pounds.
Put in your cart, Enrique.
Just add to cart, bro.
Add to cart. See how much it is for shipping.
Just
$150 for shipment.
Oh, all right.
That's like,
Because it weighs 20 pounds, right?
Yeah.
But a giant crate shows up like it's the end of Indiana Jones.
I don't think that's the life-size one. The life-size one says continental U.S. delivery will be between $600 and $1,000.
Enrique,
what?
Keep scrolling down. No. I want life-size, full-body Chewbacca.
how much is that?
Oh
one
no,
weight?
hold on. This is
He's
just
7 feet 6 inches tall.
Oh,
no, this is
Of all
just
Wookiee.
yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. How much is the one you're looking at, Stevens?
$19,999.
I see now. I see.
And you have to put $2,050 down.
Oh, I only
before
put
you can
75.
get your
I put
mon-
$100
before
down
you
for my
can get your
Grogu.
monthly payments.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing.
All right, Enrique, add it
This
to
thing
cart.
is 100 pounds. Crate weight approximately 250 pounds.
Because what? You get the crate.
Do you get
That's
the
kind of
crate?
cool.
Yeah. So the thing itself is 100 pounds.
So that's my Wookiee, man.
Barker, you can put a 7-foot Wookiee in your house?
Yes, I'll find a spot
Yeah.
for him.
He's 7 feet 9 inches on the museum base.
Do you get that or you have to buy that shit extra too?
Included.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's a deal.
I mean,
it's a fucking deal at that point.
honestly, the one giant size prop that I want is Han Solo in carbonite, and I've been eyeballing different. Like you have to kind of get different parts from different people, and it's gonna be like $2,000, $3,000 maybe.
God. But putting it together from the different parts.
And then I'm building it.
Okay.
They have a
$2,000.
coffee table in here.
Oh yeah, those are dope, huh?
The
cassette
carbonite
ones?
coffee table.
No,
The carbonite one.
actually, here's how awesome this. Again, Tom Spina, Regal Robot. You can commission them to make you whatever. Yeah, like a store needed giant sized tikis, and they're like, hey, you know what? Why don't you make us giant sized Star Wars tikis, one-offs, and they've made that. His other company, Tom Spina Designs, actually designs stuff for theme parks, for movies. If you ever saw, there was like Volkswagen commercials with Star Wars, like some of the monsters came from them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And
So they're the ones doing it for like Hollywood.
and if you are a prop collector, you can buy props, and usually when it's latex, it starts to fall apart. And so what they do is his company conserves, like museum conservation of things. So they've conserved like masks from different movies, from horror movies, Gremlins. So they specialize in that stuff.
You put anything in your cart there, Enrique?
Enrique.
Buy anything yet?
Just to see how much. Just put your credit card in. Just see what happens.
They take PayPal. You know. That helps.
Enrique, do it.
11 payments of $1,700 after your $2,000. For a small house payment, you can
For a small house payment.
purchase your Chewbacca within a year.
Here's the thing. I can do it, but I'm not doing much the whole year.
That's all you're doing the whole year.
That's it.
That's it. Fine, dude. That's crazy, man. It looks badass. The coffee tables, the tape coffee tables were cool.
Yeah.
Like that's badass.
They're legit. They're licensed by Lucasfilm, so there has to be a certain quality, right?
That's awesome. I like that. So it's either a life-size Chewbacca or this ring. We don't have price on the ring yet, but I thought the ring was like the most LA thing ever. That they're fan. You're like, hey fans, you want to buy yourself a ring? Go the fuck right.
Yeah, like,
Is the ring cool looking?
it's blurred. It's blurred on the website.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, they're like, here it is, and it's spinning, but it's all blurry.
It's all blurry.
What's the website?
It's the ring is doing this. Like, but spinning around and shit, like it's covering itself, so it doesn't do it.
Do you know what the website is?
It's superfakefanring.com.
Baron, I think, like put like LAFC ring.
It's Baron, Baron rings LAFC.
But they don't have. They have the one they made for New York the year before for NYFC, and it's cool. They have the story and why everything is what it is. So I'm like, dude, they're probably gonna do a really good job with LA because they did a really good job with the New York one. I liked it. I was like, that's kind of dope.
Once upon a time in New York.
So let me ask this question.
Okay.
As a fan, do you feel you deserve a ring?
Whoa,
No.
Stevens. Why is Stevens taking shots?
No.
I just want to know, why is a ring something they're selling to the fans? Like, what, a championship ring that you support the team, but that's pretty much all you can do for them.
You know what's funny, Stevens? Is online, people are like, we have to pay for it. I'm like, bitch, like
Really?
We have to pay for it.
If you want that ring, yes. If you want the little Cracker Jack one,
no. Okay, oh shit, do I have it here somewhere? When the Angels won the World Series, the first game, they gave you a replica one. It's fucking all metal and it looks dumb. Like,
so I bet those people
like
think the ring
keychain,
is
right?
fake. They probably think it's fake.
oh no, yeah, this is a ring.
these people
This
are
is a fucking ring.
stupid.
Yeah,
'Cause
no, they're getting checked.
Yeah, even the blurry one, I'm like, oh, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, they don't even show it to you. That's how expensive it is, Steven. No, not at all. Like, look, I wish.
I get it. I'm just wondering why this is a thing that's being offered to fans.
Because I think it's LA, right?
No,
Like,
but this website has rings for all the teams.
I love LA.
Oh, do you think we'll get like one of those? Like
They
one
have
of
the
maybe-
Columbus Crew ring on here. They make all these rings. So
But one of
So
them is
it's
going to have
not- so it's not
real
a-
jewels, right?
yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen. There's like, here's the cheapy one that, yes, you have to pay for. Stupid fans. You get a thing every game and you're like, quiero más.
No, hey, bro, I'm cool.
Whatever.
Like,
I heard all those fans are fickle.
me and Enrique, I don't think we've complained about anything, bro. Like, to be honest with you, dude. Like it's
Have
a cool
we ever
experience.
complained about it? Let's think about this because we didn't. I don't even think I complained about not being able to park at the game for the championship.
No, we were like, that Dodger shit is cool, and it ended up being great.
We were like, it's gonna be an adventure. I'm in. Let's do it.
If anything, I wish we could park at Dodger Stadium every game.
Yeah.
Honestly, it worked out perfect. Like, it was great, dude. And parking went up this year. I might add that Enrique another $5 on that bitch.
What is it? 45 now?
45 now, yeah.
For some weed.
But like, I think to me, what it is realistically season tickets for this team. When you compare it to season tickets for like football or baseball or even basketball, probably like is not as expensive. At least, especially when we locked in, because I found out from a coworker.
I think that's the thing, right?
A coworker is paying more or about the same as we are for 2 tickets that we are paying for 6.
Oh,
And
And
he's
we have
probably
better-
higher. Yeah.
And we have
okay.
better seats. Yeah, he's behind us.
Sure.
So like, I'm good.
Because you
dude.
guys got in from the beginning, right?
From the
Like,
beginning.
and I get that.
We're day one,
there's
Stevens.
benefits to that. I
We've
get
got
that, and I'm not
That's why I want a
trashing
ring,
fans.
Stevens. That's what I want. That's why.
Thanks, Steven.
I'm not trashing fans. Like
Oh,
they
we
need
are.
their
I am.
fans. But I just didn't understand. Like, give me a poster. Give me something that, like, why would I walk around with a ring and be like, that's right? And I'm like, oh, are you on the team? Are you affiliated with it? Nope. I just sit in those stands. Like, I was just gonna
Here's a
like,
boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying.
Kiss the ring, people.
Everything they've given us cool stuff. I'm good with all that, man. The experience. Fucking dude, we've had one bad season,
yeah.
and even then, that was it. and we've had nothing but good seasons, and we won a championship in 5 years. I've been a fucking fan for the Angels, and they took 40-something seasons to give me one. 40-something seasons to get one. So, shit, 5? Fuck it. I'm good, bro. Like,
Yeah.
5 compared to 40-something, get the fuck out, dude. The Chargers haven't done shit in their whole existence. You know what I'm saying? So, and even the ones where they didn't win it, they won other things, right? Like they did other stuff. So yeah, man, I totally do agree with you, but it is shocking to hear people complain about shit. Like if I showed up that day and they probably, I think they're going to give a hat. The first game is what they were saying. But if they just showed the rings and the banner, we fucking won it. In the end, that's all I give a shit about. I don't give a fuck about all the bells and whistles. Did you get cool shit, Enrique, for the Rams? Like, do they give you guys a cool gift for the season tickets?
We got, what did we get? Oh, we got like it was a part of the turf, and from the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was cut off. It was cut like in the section, and then it was something else. I didn't get to keep it because it was my brother's turn, so he got to keep it. But it was cool. Yeah.
But I'm assuming it has like a nice layout.
Yeah, it had had something else on it. You know, with the Super Bowl or whatever. But yeah, it was a piece of the actual turf.
But like, I'm imagining the 2 tickets are more expensive than what like if you did 6 tickets at the Rams, it'd be a lot more than what you paid.
Yeah.
So, because I seen the Raiders did this shit that was really cool to their season tickets. Like they gave them like little stadiums.
I got one. I got one. Well, I got one of those where it's down there. I don't know if you can see it.
If only someone could show a picture of it on screen for the rest of the fans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, it's got like the SoFi in it, and it's like I can take a picture and put on the video, but it's pretty cool. It's like a little tiny stadium model,
and they scanned everybody, and Enrique's inside of it.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Enrique saw himself in a video recently.
Did you go back and watch it? Tell me you went back.
I said that. I need to go back and watch it. What was it, Enrique? How were you, fool?
Oh my gosh.
Wait. He's in a video. Does he walk into a house and then someone's like, I'm just making cookies?
You want some lemonade?
Make yourself at home. I'm just putting on, I'm in the towel. And you're like, hey, what's happening?
I have condoms and duct tape. What the fuck?
You know what?
No, Enrique, what was it?
We talked about how I was going through it at the MLS Cup.
There's video proof.
So I don't know where did I see this video? They posted
Masputos.com.
The players talking about the whole experience again
on the MLS Pass, right?
Yeah.
And they were talking about the game, the final, and in the video they showed where Gareth Bale scored the tying goal, and because they were on our end at the time that he scored on our end. So where our seats are, our section, the way the camera follows him as he's running to the corner, in the background you can see us, and this is the first angle, the first picture of video I've seen where you get a clear view of the people in the stands. And you totally see all these people jumping around except for one fat motherfucker sitting right there, and it's just like grumpy ass face just sitting there like just going through it. And it looks so funny.
The ceiling ripped off of this fucking like the fucking place explodes. It's fucking Enrique like
I know.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
I wasn't ready to celebrate at that point because when it was time to celebrate, I celebrated, did I not?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. When it was time to celebrate, you did celebrate. Yes. That shit's funny though, man. But I'm like, I have to go back and watch it because you told me that and I forgot right now until we were talking about it.
Yeah, dude, you need to go and watch it. But it was funny. I saw that and Amanda was in here. We were watching it, and she was like, "Babe, are you serious? Is that you right there?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
What the fuck is that? Sad BRC. Oh shit, it's you.
Yeah.
Hey, come and look at this asshole. Oh, don't look at him. Don't look at him.
That's crazy.
I think I've been thinking back to that moment because I'm like, why? What was it? What was going on in my mind and my body that didn't let me react in a normal way?
It's like your mind was telling you no.
But your body was doing
dude,
what?
I don't know. I think I just, oh my God, I don't know.
But your body?
I think
your body was telling you, yeah.
No, actually, it wasn't.
I was like, yeah, sit down like a sad sack.
I think I was in shock or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. It was so weird.
It had no business being true.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It made no sense that it happened the way it happened.
I was so down right before that too, though, because it was at the very end, right? We're about to lose. And I was so like defeated. And then it happens. I'm like,
my son was cussing every other fucking word. He was like, every player that did some fucking bullshit,
Yeah.
man. Like, he's so mad. Everybody was just pissed.
oh man.
Everybody was fucking sad as fuck. And these two fucking Philly fans are right behind me. And they're like, yeah, motherfucker. They're just, they're chucking batteries at people. They're fucking like being Philly fans. Cheesesteaks.
And then the guys that were sitting right next to them, they're like, after everything happened, I'm like, dude, he told me, he was like, dude, I wanted to celebrate with you after that bell go and you wouldn't get up. You were just sitting there. Like,
are you okay?
Random dudes like, hey, dog, I was trying to like give you a hug.
I know.
Is everything cool?
We had a shared experience where Enrique was not a part of it, but he wonders why people don't comment on his hat when he's walking around the stadium. Like, you're that fucker from the video.
Hey, this was after all the people ignoring me. I'm okay with it though. I'm not too worried about that.
He's a,
He's a good day.
hello, sir.
Hello. Good day. All right. Well, we watched almost the end. I almost jumped forward on this. 2 more episodes, episodes 7 and 8 of Warrior, and we'll talk about it after this imaginary break. And that was a trailer for Warrior 7 and 6, Imaginary Break, whatever 7 we do.
7 and 8?
7 and 8, 6 and 7, pie.
Is it 6 and 7?
7 and 8.
7 and 8, right?
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know.
yes.
Who cares? Hey, this, let me hit him with the back of the box. Warrior, Andrew Koji, Olivia Chang, Jason Tobin, Diana Dewan, Kieran Bew, Langley Kirkwood, Dean Yeager, Joanna Vanderheim, I hate you, Tom Winston Jones, Hoon Lee, Kristen McKay, Peter Young, Joe Taslim, and Robert Hobbs. And a whole bunch of awesome, cool stunt people doing their best on this show.
Well, Barker, you just said something about that actress. What do? You hate who?
The white lady that's on the show.
I hate her in this last episode.
She was annoying in these episodes for sure. I don't know if it was 7 or 8, but it was a 7.
Barker felt like it was 1 through 8.
1 through 8 show.
Okay, Stevens, if you had to pinpoint my most annoyance with this woman these 2 episodes, what do you think it was?
It was her breaking up. It was her breaking up with
No, it's her laying there going,
Damn, that was almost too specific, Stevens. But it was the reason why she did it.
Yeah, well.
He doesn't show up for a fucking date because he's out here fucking fighting. You know he's about that life. Make the assumption he's probably fucking stabbing motherfuckers in the alleyways because he can't get out. And your shit is like, I'm gonna fuck my husband now.
No.
She did it because
She
her.
didn't do it because of her dad. Bullshit.
Yeah, she did.
Could have.
It was. I think it was
Nah.
ultimately for dad, but it
Yes.
was brought on because he didn't show up.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The only reason, but this is what the whole thing has been with her and the guy and the mayor, is she doesn't like him. The only reason she's been with him from day one is she was doing a favor because the mayor promised her dad, and so basically her dad pimped her out to the mayor.
100%.
So that's why she's miserable, and that's why she's getting,
But if he shows up for that date, she doesn't do it.
That's what I'm saying is at that moment, she's the most annoying this whole season because it's like, dude. And then she's all like, you're a criminal. I can't be with a criminal. Like, bitch, what you think? Like, what the fuck?
He never lied to you.
Yeah.
He wasn't a criminal with fucking knocking heads.
Yeah, you went like she went after him,
And just opposed to the madame, who's a fucking badass, who's out there trying to make money. Like, she's, you don't fuck with my money. And I learned a long time ago that messing with people's money is messing with their emotions. And she fucked that. That's what I guess pisses me off, because you would think in this show, and maybe that's what they do a good job of, this proper blah, 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 oh, yada, yada. No. In the end, all be all, she fucking does the same shit. And then she tries to be all righteous about it later at the party. And I'm like, look, man, like, you can't play both sides. Like, you literally let your pops pimp you out. And now you want to call these people on their bullshit? How about your pops being a pimp? Literally his own daughter. That's fucking... And, oh, gosh, she fucking annoyed me these last 2 episodes. Sorry, Barca. What you think of these last 2 episodes, Barca?
I enjoyed what little political things there were in this.
You did enjoy them, or you didn't? There weren't.
Okay. But they weren't as annoying because they are the background, what it should be, as opposed to front and center. So let's see. Let's do a recap. In episode 7, you see the fallout from the assassination attempt, or at least the knowledge that he's going to get assassinated. And we come to find out that the sister has actually been pulling the strings and not the old man. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the brother then going to the sister and be like, hey, I got to help you. And then he figures it out. He's like, wait, what? What's going on here? Which I don't know why he wouldn't, because it seems like everyone from that town is just all badass.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Does he break up with her in 7 or 8? It's
8. And 8.
Or she breaks up with him. Yeah.
Yes. What I like about 7 is we finally see the fight between them. Between him and his partner, right? Well, not his partner, but his own badass teammate. What would they call him? Yellow Dragon or something?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, because they're trying to kill the sister, right?
The guy's about to kill
both of them.
Basically. Yeah, the guy's about to kill the sister, and then our boy comes in and stops him, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he tells him, "You can kill the old man, bro, but not her."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I guess I'm about to kill your ass too." And they have a fucking great fight.
Yeah.
And he barely defeats him. And honestly, he kind of gets help from his sister, to be honest with you, right? So that I enjoyed episodes. That was really cool. That whole little thing. And then we see her be a gangster. And I love the old man. I wish we got more of the old man. Like, every time he's on screen, he was cool, right? Like, they don't even know what they're messing with, huh? Like, just like the things he would say, like, "Oh, so they did kill me." Like, it was so fucking cool, man. Like,
the way he accepts that she's gonna take him out, and
close your eyes, and you're like, "Oh man,
yeah." But like, he was super cool. I wish we would have had more of him on screen at point times. But maybe that's what made him cool, is that when he was on there, he dropped those lines, right, or whatever. So I thought 7 was really, really cool. I'm also liking that, like, the main. Well, I don't know if he's a main bad, but our Irish guy, they're kind of showing that he's like, in a very fucked up sort of a way, he's really trying to help his people out. Yeah. Right? Like, hey,
we've known that since the beginning, right?
But I like they keep humanizing him because he's such a fucking badass too, right? Like, you know, and he keeps doing it and like, oh, here's this money, here's this hat, go find this person, he'll give you work. Like, you know, it's cool. I think that they continue to do that because he's fucking evil. When he goes hard, he goes hard, I guess. And I think that's really, really cool. But so what was episode 8, other than the breakup? What's the big thing? They're really trying to like that's a fight. What'd you think of the fight, John? The big fight.
The Tongs versus the other gang. Mm-hmm. I thought it was cool. What I thought they were gonna do is, because it goes to black, I thought the next episode starts with most people dead. Or even the police investigation, but like, no, we're gonna show you exactly what you missed.
Oh, it went right back into the fight.
Yes, and then Ah Sahm jumping through the air, jump kicking people and then slicing them or stabbing them in the chest with the hatchet. That's pretty badass. I think the scene. This is what I want more of. Right. This is the interpersonal relationships, and finally we see that it's going to build to a tournament. So that's cool. And then even that, like the son is being a hothead, and and I like how they ambushed him. They ambushed Ah Sahm, and he's like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And I'm surprised more people don't know about his relationship when like the main chismosa of the town knows. Or she keeps it very close to the chest, The
madame, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but she seems not to like be busting up anybody's shit, kind of. She's not as bad as like homie or homie that basically plays all sides. But she kind of seems to like keep shit till she needs to, kind of a thing, right? Or whatever. Like, I like her, the new character they introduced too. She's not a mute, right? Or is she?
I don't think so. But there's something about her, right? Because she finds a sword and she's like, well, let me train with the sword.
Yeah. And you could tell she has some training.
Yeah.
Like that's not the first time she picked up. I pick up the sword. It looks like the first time I pick up a sword. She looks like she knows what she's doing with the damn sword. Yeah. I thought that was really cool too. But, what did you, so now I like, and Enrique, you probably caught this too, but I like the training montages they had in episode 8.
Yeah. And it's at least it's Ivan Drago, right? Just pounding stuff and hitting people left and right. And then they're like, shouldn't you be training? He's like, nah, I'm drunk.
Yeah, I like that, dude. I like him like using the wooden dummy though. Ah Sahm looks good on the wooden dummy. Wow. It looks clean. Sub-Zero or Scorpion looks badass too. Like, and it's not going to be a tournament. It's just them two, right, Enrique? Like,
he's a competition. It's only supposed to be an exhibition.
It's only small, right? And I love how they have that meeting with like the Better Business Bureau guy. He's like, hey, look, man, I'm here to represent all businesses. Fight to the death. Fuck it. Cool. All right, let's go.
You in? Well, let's go.
Everybody pinky swear. Fuck it. Everybody pinky swear. And they go, and that's what it's going to be. And you're right. That is the cool shit of the show, is because the fighting is really good. And like I said, even the montages were really, really cool. Stevens, what'd you think of the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8?
I liked these for the most part. I didn't make it quite to the end of 8, but I'm like 3/4 of the way through.
Wow.
I know.
That's a podcast. And the episode.
That's it. We're done.
But I did like the fight between the 2 gangs. I like the Irish coming in and going, man, looks like they kill each other. And they're like, you think so? Like, it was just like, mm-hmm. The girl bugs. I like the madame. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. It is getting better for me.
Yeah. The extortion attempt.
Yeah.
Was pretty interesting. They're like, hey, how much did they ask for? $5,000. Yeah, give them the money. But close this deal first, and then we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm. And he does. And I love how she tells him nothing else. Like you're going to go in there, you're going to give him 5,000. And she probably knew they were going to fucking ask for more, right? They were going to be assholes and ask for more. She's like, all right, motherfucker. And I love what she tells him. She says something along the lines of like, you would protect your business partners. I am too. Or something like super cool. And it just fucking leaves him. And he's like fucking trembling. And whatever, right? She just cut the motherfucker like open. And then she throws his ass in the ocean. Like throws, and they find his ass later, right? And it's like, fuck, dude, that's super cool, man. Oh, we had that whole side story.
With
we find out why a guy left the South. What'd you think about that, John?
I knew it was like there was him fighting someone. I don't.
Him running from something, right?
He's running from something, but because he killed somebody, I think that could it have been somebody else? I don't mind the character that he avenged, basically, but it seemed like it was, I don't know, too modern of a thing.
So when they come in,
and I don't know how to express it because like if I go into it, it seems bad.
I know what you're trying to say, but I feel like the whole show is what this. I think this is what the whole show is.
It's an exploration of race and race relations.
Everything is super relatable to kind of what's going on in the world currently.
But what I think what Barker might be saying, and I kind of also was like, is there's a point. So what it is he has freed slaves that move in with them, and he falls in love with the he used to be like his sister, but they fall in love with each other. Cousins find out that was a weird line in itself.
Yeah. My cousins found out and they don't like it. I'm like, all right.
And then the cousins find out, they kill her, he kills them, we'll go from there. What I think was a little interesting is that there's a bounty hunter, right? Finds them, and then our police officer, I forgot his name, who is the drunk, the gambler, so forth and so on.
He's the gambler?
He's a gambler who the young guy has helped out throughout the show multiple times, right? Covering his house, covering for him and all that stuff, right? But like the bounty hunter comes in with other police officers, and then the cops like, psych, beat his ass down. I don't really believe that if they all heard he was with somebody who was African American, they would have stopped him from collecting his bounty. I think they would have took the money. Like it's cool to think that, but in the time
that they're progressive enough where they're like, hey, you know what? Everybody gets love triumphs over anything, man.
Now you tell me that happens now. I believe it 110%. Like that makes sense to me, right? Even. But like then I'm like,
but do you think that mattered, or was it the fact that he wasn't? Because the guy was going after him. Yeah, because it seemed like the guy was after him because he was just like a bad guy. He was a murderer, but in reality, he was just protecting
his girl.
Yeah. I mean, whether she was black or not, I don't think it would have mattered. But did they know? Did he know that before, or was that the story he told them?
He tells them the story right before the bounty hunter comes in.
Yeah, and then it's a surprise.
Got it. Yeah, you're right.
They all heard it. And the bounty hunter even says, that might be the reason why you did it, but I'm still going to get you. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah,
and then the cops
he said,
I know it doesn't matter now, and it doesn't. None of us are saying it matters to us. No. But what I'm saying is I think back then, it 100% mattered. I just don't believe that they would have been like, man, love is love. I don't believe that.
Do you think there was part of it, though? Because if the bounty was really high and he's like, hey, the bounty's high on you, there's going to be more attempts. Do you think that maybe they're like, you know what? Maybe we'll play this out and we'll turn him in eventually and get the cash for that?
Maybe.
Like maybe I'll keep him around for my benefit right now because he's been helping me out. He's got my back, but I have this on him if I need it at some point.
And that makes sense to me, but I don't think it was played like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we'll see, right? Kind of a thing. But yeah, I that was just kind of to me. I was like, okay. One of the cool things is they totally do the line about when the rich people are arguing. And the one guy goes, I built this company from the ground up. And the guy's like, from the loan from your dad?
Yeah, because that's... Yeah, listen, I
didn't even catch that, but yeah, you're right.
It's like,
can we make it a little more obvious?
It's like, fuck off with that, all right? All those people are douchebags. Eat the rich. Yeah, they're like, oh, you mean like your loan, Jeeves? Well, yes.
Yeah, it was just a funny conversation to me because I was like, they're really shoehorning this motherfucker in. Like, we are talking shit about people now. Hear it.
And you know what? I don't know if this takes me out or not, but this series premiered 4 years ago, and what the politicians are saying is like the wound is fresh, so it's like yes,
nail hammer.
Yeah,
like they're just nailing it.
You got bad hombres coming in on those China boats and blah blah blah, and
they're all criminals. Everyone that comes over is a criminal.
All of them are rapists. Bad hombres.
The one saving grace for her, even though she was annoying me at this point, but she's like, "Bro, didn't we do the same thing?"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you bring it? That was weeks ago.
That was different. That was us.
Yeah, it was just funny.
That's how it is, right?
Yeah, it is. It always is that, right? So but you're right. But you kind of don't like that, John, or it just kind of like feels a little too.
I'm like, yeah, all right. But here at that point, I might as well just watch the news.
I mean, you're right. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But that's what the show is, and with the skin of, Bruce Lee's writings or whatever, a little bit of his background,
It's just crazy because, like, at the same point, like when they fight, they fucking fight. Like they go so hard with it. It's so
the
good,
fighting is great. The fighting's awesome.
It's really, really good. So I mean, and dude, I'm excited. I want to see the fight again. I want to see the battle, right, and stuff like that. And that's kind of like what we've been gearing up for. So we still got 2 more episodes for the season. We'll check this out in about 2 weeks, but. I did like these 2 episodes, and I didn't like the whole thing, but there was a lot less mayor.
Yeah,
and our guy with the peg leg.
Oh,
was he even in these 2 episodes?
He shows up.
He was in it for a little bit, and you know what? And I think it's just the right amount of politics in the show to not be like, oh, I don't care who's going to move it on.
It was more the exploration of the 2 gangs. Dude, your old June. Or the the main June, that dude's a badass
Father
too,
June.
bro. Father June, thank you. The look, the eye, like he's a badass.
Oh, and
he's
or the guy seeing the ghost, basically, right? He's haunted by the man he kills. Is it Bill or he killed Bill?
Which
the
one?
Cop.
Oh, okay. But is it a ghost or is it more like
it's in his head, right? But he like it. Yeah. So he's haunted by his guilt. He's haunted by what he had to do. And here's the thing: I feel like if the Georgia guy gave him money to settle his debts, he'd be like, look, I'm gonna bet it on black, and I think I can double it.
He would fuck it up. He would be like, hold on, I'm gonna pay my shit right now. And he would just go and fuck it up, right?
Yeah.
He can't get out of his own way. Get out of his own way. He's got 85 kids at home, dog. Like, he needs to go somewhere, bro. Like,
that's true.
The thing too, dude.
Yes.
His wife had a nice appearance in one of these episodes too.
They told me
that little speech she gave him was kind of cool.
Yeah. It was actually really cool.
Yeah, it's your funeral. Like no shit, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, it's cool. I know. I like the 2 episodes. I thought they were cool. Enrique, anything stick out? I mean, we talked about a lot of it, but anything else stick out of it?
Yeah, I mean, same thing you guys about said. This was definitely the first time the female, the white, daughter, female character that up until this point to me didn't really annoy me as much. I kind of understood where she was coming from, and I know you guys did too, but she didn't annoy me as much as maybe annoyed you, Barca. But in this one, and 7 was a 7 or 8, whichever one it was, yeah, she's definitely annoying when she breaks up with our boy. But overall, the fighting we get seems like all the fighting is great throughout the series.
No qualms on that.
Yeah, and in these 2 episodes, we definitely get some awesome fight scenes and some big matchups, from some big characters in the series. So Yeah, it was cool. There's 9 and 10. Is 9 and 10 the end
I think that's
of
it.
season 1?
And 10. Next time we visit it, it'll be the end of the season.
Yep.
Well, it'd be a good way to kind of close it up and stuff like that before we go there. But that will be the end of that season, but we will visit something before we go there. Show's going good. Again, guys, if you like martial arts, if you like the fighting, it's fucking awesome. It's really, really good. So check it out for that, if nothing else. But again, the story, ups and downs. Like, I love everything in the whorehouse, and not even just try to be funny. Like, I truly do. Like, she's a badass. This character she's bringing in kind of seems cool. The way she does things, like the way when she's purchasing. Oh, what?
That pervert businessman, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Like, he's like, I like the ones that are not touched.
That's so gross.
And then explain the scar to your wife.
Dude, and or like, again, she's a badass
when
dude.
She stabs him in his hand and then cuts his finger off?
Yes, dude. Like, bitch, I told you no. Stab. Like, there goes your hand, motherfucker. And then goes in on that fool and, like, fucks him up, too. You know? Like, she's a badass. And I think it's cool. That's a really cool character.
Here's what's going to irk me. Because the little girl, well, number one, it irked me that the little girl's getting abused, right? But then she's training with a sword, so like maybe she couldn't have taken on the like pimp guy, but this businessman, I think she could have taken him out.
But is it one of those things where she's not playing her hand, maybe kind of yet? You know, like she's waiting for that moment to whatever it is.
She's like, hey, you're gonna take away my virginity, but I'm too overwhelmed, even though I'm the next assassin for season 2 or whatever.
I'm literally gonna be the next one.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, I see what you're saying, right? Like, what couldn't you have done something?
But the craziness of the madam of Ah Sahm, where the girl's crying and she's like, hey, clean yourself up, stop, clean yourself up and go to my room.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Well, I think it's a business too, right?
No, yes, but the badass of
yeah.
I really enjoy the female characters that they're not like, oh my goodness, whatever am I gonna do, brother? Come and save me. Like I admire them, and what I admire is that they don't spend multiple episodes telling me how they became badass, what their story is. You just like the first episode is that you just put me in there and I'm ready to go, right? Like I was like, oh, I also speak English because my grandfather was white or American, and then boom, like I enjoy that. I enjoy the respect that they have for the audience, and not to hit it over the head with the hammer, but then they do with other things. So it's this interesting mix for the series.
Yeah, it was kind of cool with her too, because like they showed us she was a bit of a badass at the beginning, but it wasn't until this episode that we kind of saw her do it again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool how they're like kind of just like, remember, she don't fuck around and find out. Like she's that one. So it's been kind of cool how they kind of been doing that too. So I think that's pretty badass. But again, we will go back into that, knock out the season in 2 weeks. But next week, Stevens, what are we watching?
Is it for your height only?
Well, it was originally, but then you guys changed your mind.
Who didn't want that movie?
I didn't. I'll say it. I ain't scared. I didn't want it.
Wow.
We're going to watch Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Who's in that one, Stevens?
That's Brandon Lee, and it looks like Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, man.
And you can stream that on HBO Max, it says, or you can rent it pretty much anywhere.
Is Kerry Tagawa in this movie too?
If I knew who that was, I might say yes.
Wow.
Stevens, who's Brandon Lee? Just in case somebody doesn't know.
Oh, Brandon Lee is the son of Bruce Lee.
Yeah, man. So
very star short, of The Crow.
Yeah.
Rapid Fire and Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, 1991.
So we're gonna check that out. That'll be awesome, man. And we'll have some conversation about that whole weirdness and how that went down too, right?
Oh, yeah. You know who's in this movie? Kerry Tagawa.
You know what? I'm gonna know next week who that is.
He's Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, from the new Mortal Kombat.
No,
Or
from the original.
Oh, cool. Okay, very cool. All right, then that was the movie. Again, that'll be the movie for next week. HBO Max, get it while you can. I read another report that there was another slice of shows that HBO Max got rid of. So there you go.
Not
What
Warrior.
was in that? What was in that?
All DC stuff. But I wonder if that has to do with what's his name saying like no, like none of this side shit. Like it all has to connect in some way, shape, or form. So get rid of it. So Titans is gone. Doom Patrol is gone. Pennyworth is gone.
Well, Pennyworth sucks.
Yeah. And that might be it. And then some other shit like Fuckboy Island or MILF Island or whatever.
No.
Like, I don't know. Other shit like that. But
Fuckboy Island.
It's gone, Stevens. You know, that was Enrique. You better watch Fuckboy Island while you still can, bro, because it's gone.
I think I already watched the first season.
Did they get rid of Sloppy Second Street?
Ew. It's a street full of dudes that just get sloppy seconds.
Whoa, you know what? You got to watch to find out.
I can't. It's gone, bro. It's gone. It is gone, man. But they got rid of a lot of the DC stuff. And I look, I tried to do Titans when I had the Rona the first time, and I couldn't. Doom Patrol, I checked out.
I couldn't do Doom Patrol. I tried it.
Yeah, Pennyworth. Bark. I never even watched that. Which you think I would have, but I didn't. It was bad or what?
No, it's him in London before, like he meets the Waynes or Thomas Wayne, and Thomas Wayne's like, I need a bodyguard, and then you find out that he's been a special agent, so he when he needs to scrap, Pennyworth can scrap.
Doom Patrol is still on here.
No, I don't think it's necessarily going to be gone already, but they're gone. They're not like there's no more new stuff. Like they already have said. But
they didn't take it off the.
No, yeah, but they're done.
Okay. Because the other stuff they took out. The other stuff they took out.
Yeah.
They got rid of Fuckboy Island.
Oh no!
Well, no, I'm saying like Westworld, all that shit's gone. Yeah. Like it won't even show up on the thing.
I
think Titans and all that stuff will be gone also too. Not yet. You're saying it's still there, but they talked about it being gone also. They're going to get rid of that stuff.
Peacemaker will be there, right? Because
they didn't say anything about Peacemaker.
But it's his show, so he said, "Look, we're bringing season 2. Don't expect it like right now, because guess what? We're building your future."
I'm busy. Yeah.
So do you think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that they want everything to be like canon? I guess you could say.
Yes.
Canon.
Okay. Interesting. But yeah, so make sure you jump on that Showdown Little Tokyo
on HBO Max.
HBO Max. So check that out. All right. Well, Barca, if they ever want to leave us a voicemail, where can they do that, bud?
Well, I guess they could just go to our link tree. Or, guys, you can go to www.gungfusuperbros.com or our Google Voice number, 661-401, shut up, 5941.
I don't talk like that.
To be part of our show. Folks, if you're watching us on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. Only 49% of you guys that are watching us I have not subscribed yet. I don't know why. Like, get us to 60, 65. If you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, actually, we're like on 11 different platforms. We see you. We see the metrics. We don't know why you love Invincible Dragon or Lady Bloodfight, but if you do and you want to see more movies like this, please leave us a comment, leave us a voicemail. We will bring you more ridiculousness. If you want a movie from the Philippines with a little guy who's a secret agent, guys, call in. Call in, all right?
Barca, say bye.
Mahalo, folks.
Enrique.
Bye.
Super Reduced Stevens.
Bye.
And remember, my name is Ivan. Love you guys. Hey, all the De La Soul music got added to Apple Music. Go and check that out, man. RIP. 1/3 is gone. They stayed together that long and made it happen, and their music's all available for you on Apple Music now. Check it out. Wu-Tang, motherfuckers.